Hello, friends. I just saw an interview of Sean Hannity, and he says people have to stop calling Donald Trump a fascist. People have to stop calling Donald Trump a racist.
The rhetoric's over the top. How many more times are we going to hear Nazi, fascist, racist, and all this nonsense?
But I say Donald Trump has to stop being a fascist. He has to stop being a racist. He has to stop it. This is the only way people will stop calling him a fascist. The way he runs his government, the way he puts the military ICE on the streets of America, the way he has all these concentration camps all over America, putting Americans in cages. He has to stop doing that. He has to demolish all these illegal concentration camps and release these Americans, let them go back to their families, and remove ICE from the American streets. Stop ICE from harassing Americans as they go to work, as they try to live their lives. He has to stop that. That is the only way people will stop calling him a fascist. That's the only way. And also, his attack on the media, his attack on journalists, his attack on comedians, that is the behavior of a fascist. He wants to control the message. He wants to have only positive message coming from the media. He wants to tell the media what to say, how to say it, so that only his positive messages are broadcast. He doesn't want any opposition coming from the media about him. He wants all positive reviews, nothing else. But that is the behavior of a fascist. Germany did the same way. The Nazis, they did the same way. They controlled the media. They got rid of all the opposition parties. They got rid of all the people that are against the government. And he killed all of them. And Donald Trump basically wants to do the same thing. He wants the media to be silenced. If the media is criticizing him, the media has to be silent. And his attack on Jimmy Kimmel again
Very nice. You know, I appreciate that.
this morning,
You know how sometimes you wake up in the morning and the First Lady puts out a statement demanding you be fired from your job? We've all been there, right?
it's another example of him being a fascist. He has to stop it. That is the only way. Like, you can't, it's a two-way street, And Jimmy Kimmel said this.
I also should point out Donald Trump is allowed to say whatever he wants to say, as are you, and as am I, as are all of us, because under the First Amendment, we have, as Americans, a right to free speech. But with that said,
Just like how Donald Trump can express his opinions, is the same way Jimmy Kimmel, can express his opinions. And Jimmy Kimmel says, the joke about Melania is it's like one of the weakest jokes ever, and it's a 3-day joke. And then out of nowhere, they come out with these fake outrage about this joke. It's ridiculous. But really, what these guys are doing, what these guys are doing, Melania comes out with a statement, which is hilarious. They're actually making Jimmy Kimmel even more popular. The more they attack Jimmy Kimmel, the more people tune in to Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, why does Donald Trump hate Jimmy Kimmel so much? Let me tune on Jimmy Kimmel. I want to see what the fuss is all about. So because they attack Jimmy Kimmel all the time, the ratings for Jimmy Kimmel shoots through the roof. Like, it skyrockets, and now they're attacking Jimmy Kimmel. It's going to go up by 25%, the ratings. So these people, these stupid mega morons, Donald Trump himself, really, if he wants to stop people from calling him a racist, a fascist. He has to stop behaving like one. He has to behave like a real US president. He has to have policies that actually helps the 99% of the Americans. Because his policies right now only benefits the 1%, the 1%, the millionaires and the billionaires and the corporations. It doesn't really affect or help the 99% of everyday Americans. So he has to stop focusing on the real Americans if he wants people to stop calling him a fascist. And he's also full of corruption. Every single day he goes to office, every single day his minions go to the office. They break the law. They break the law every single day. So they have to stop being a corruption administration. Like they have to stop breaking the law. And now I hear that MAGA Mike Johnson is nervous and he's telling the American people, don't vote for the Democrats, vote for the Republicans.
They have full-on Trump derangement syndrome, okay? And it informs how they see the world and how they react and how irresponsible they are now is on full display for the whole country. I hope voters remember this in the fall. You got to keep the grown-ups in charge, and that's the Republicans.
The people in charge right now are the children. The way they behave. Just look at this fake shooting at the White House correspondent dinner. It's all fake. It's all fake. This was a fake stage event. I just want to go find. It's crazy, but that's the way the Republicans behave. They always come up with this, when their poll numbers are down in the gutter, when everything is basically against them, the American mentality is against them. They look at all the polls, they look at the statements on the media, it's all against them. And what do? They come up with another fake stage event. But the answers are coming out. Thank you very much.